2007, we started with automation of asset finance. You may know that NIC is the leading asset finance bank, if I have to say so anyway. It's one of those things, yeah. But you can imagine the amount of paperwork involved if we are doing that. So it involved us thinking around it in terms of saying how can we turn around this documents as fast as possible. So that kicked off and has been very successful. I am sure if any of you have bought even cars and you use NIC, you can give some witness in terms of how fast we turn around to give that. And this is being helped by the automation process in the back, where the customer, once the customer brings the documents, they go through a process that is automated all the way to the back office, and we can keep track of it. You've got also personal banking and SME loans and credit cards. That was now kicked off in 2012. So again, the issue was how can we get the customer to fill the loan, check on the turnaround time, take the process to the back office, see who on the queue is holding it back, how fast are they turning it around, so that they can now, we can even update the customer and tell them, this is where we are with your loan, okay? Account opening is part of that also. And as we went along in 2015, to enable us to turn around a bit faster, we got involved, we told the vendor, we need to do some developments by ourselves. We don't have to call you every time. So as a result of that, we were given some license to enable our own developers to do some development whenever there's a quick turnaround. There's a new project out there, we don't have to call the vendor, yeah, all the time. He only actually comes in for major projects. They are on the digital side. They are where applications are made through there. We also have integrated the system at the back office to that, so that it flows through, and we are able to turn around the customer requests. Call center, which uses CRM. That's now, I'm even getting to 2017. CRM, when they have requests, you don't want them walking around just as if they're customers to try and get things done. So again, we've integrated that into the system, and it's an ongoing process. We're now working on this in 2017 also. There's also the automation of deposits and payments. That's ongoing. They are onboarding. We started a small, about 10, 20 guys. Now almost 3/4 of the bank is using it. The branches are using it. So paperwork is all moving down from the branch to head office. Once it's captured, it's straight into the system. There's a whole process, an audit trail of how it's being followed to the end. Yeah. And then the good thing about data, I think somebody has just mentioned that before. Once you have data, you can track seeing who's productive, who's not, where are the bottlenecks. So there are now statistics around those kind of things to show what is going on, how long is each department taking to turn around to deliver the results. Yeah. So, and it actually comes out as a scorecard basically on a monthly basis. Some even come out on a weekly basis, just to show what did you do last week, how did we serve our customers, how did we deliver. So I'm going straight to the benefits. Cost reduction, of course. That's definitely because you're now, even the couriers cost money. Those couriers used to send from the branch to the head office or to other directions, even to other branches. Those cost money. Paper reduction. You can retrieve a customer's details. They're sitting there on the system. Yeah, it's much faster. So you're not even worried about too many places of where you're going to store data. Staff saving due to automation. Basically what you're able to do is relocate. Of course, you know how you do that, relocate staff to other places. Look at places where you could have employed, but instead use this as a substitute. And that has actually happened. We have quite a lean, slim, efficient machine. Yeah. Reduction in customer waiting time, because you're following up where is the loan? If the customer calls, even the people in call center can check and see, this is where the loan is. This is where it's being held up. Yeah. There are even alerts. We've actually enhanced the system to the level where they get alerts. The customer can get alerts during disbursement when the loan starts being processed. So he's not worried, where are we with all, what's going on? These guys at the bank are not talking to me. I've talked about already tracking TAT and statistics and productivity. The system is scalable. It has actually grown because it started in the head office. Now branches are using it. There are other initiatives even going on to reduce the paperwork in the branches. Yeah, and of course, enhanced security controls. It has a make a checker process. So you're going through a process where somebody has to approve whenever it's going to certain levels, yeah, and it's visible. Time saving is there, of course, because you're not walking around in different departments trying to find out where the paperwork is and that kind of thing. So if you look at some of the comparisons in times, you can see we keep, even with the system, we keep trying to improve the turnaround times. So at one, you are at 24 days on a loan, we are moved down to 10. We still know we can improve that. Have I passed my 20 minutes? Yes, so you see there's still room for improvement. That's why the fintechs will come in. Yeah, 13 days for some, before it was 13 days, we're going down to 4.5. This is the whole process, including the paperwork, the loans and disbursement. It's all included in there. Credit card approvals in 2 days. Asset finance approvals within 3.4 days. It's actually sometimes less, because in terms of cars, you actually can get your car the next day if you look at it, when you look at it end to end. Yeah, there are other processes that will be running in the background. Account opening is 11 hours, although we've gone, there's also other routes where we do it online. We can even test it now. In about five minutes you'll have an account, but that's not the purpose I'm here for. RTGS, 2.2 hours, and telegraphic transfers. You can see the times are reducing. Standing orders, fixed deposit, online and mobile banking. Those are basically when customers come through the door. There are other channels where if you just go directly to the channel, we talk about minutes, but there's still room for improvement. As I said, it will be short. I'm ready for questions if there are any.
Thank you, Ezekiel. Just a quick housekeeping matter before we get into Q&A. For those who want to attend the IoT clinic, which is happening now at the poolside with Professor Reha, I think of IBM, please, you can move forward. Questions for my brother Ezekiel? Questions? Okay, as you guys think about those, I have one for you, Ezekiel. So I've gone onto your NIC app, and this is not to put you on carpet. I've just gone onto your NIC app. I wanted to open an account right now on NIC. I couldn't.
We'll have an offline. I'll show you in the next few minutes. I'm really willing to onboard.
Yes, you. Questions?
I didn't want to embarrass him. Let's take it one step at a time.
You know, you want me to be like a Jaluo now. You want me to remove my account numbers? Huh?
We're running out of time.
So that you know that I cannot fail KYC. Ezekiel, we need to have a conversation because on a light note, seriously, you have a question? Yes, sir.
Sorry? The customer.
Who was the customer you're looking at when you started this digital journey?
Basically, the guys who even come to the counter, because there are two sets of this. There's a person who walks in to the bank. You look and wonder, why is he on the queue for so long? Then he has to come back, check or call and start saying, where's my loan? So even when you think about it, you get in the loan, he gets an alert, it's told the process is in progress when it's disbursed, so he doesn't have to come to the bank. So what you're looking at, even as the talk among banks, we want to have a branchless bank. So there are two phases. The walk-in, they'll be there. By the way, even you may know that, whether we like it or not. Then there are the digital ones who can do a lot of the same stuff with their phones. So sorry, go ahead, please. Actually, these are what we call average times. We actually beat these times depending on what's going on. Yeah, this is an average because we're trying to get all the customers to the right level. So there are people who get it faster. They've got all the documents and what, as you say, some of those SMEs, you've got their data. You will fast track it and you get. But there are those who are coming in new. So you're like, why are you treating them so much different? They're still your customer and they're a potential customer. So it's that kind of thing.
Good. Any other question? Yes, sir. You can speak up if you don't mind.
Yes. I hope we are going to open an account after this. I'm going to look for you. It happens actually. There's a code we can dial, and we finish with that. Okay.
I think I just wanted to add on to his question. Anyone here, apart from NIC, any customer here who has opened an account from beginning to end, including KYC, including verification of ID, across the board, without walking into a branch? Anyone? Anyone here? Which bank? CBA Loop? No. No. You have to go to a branch to activate it. No. I mean, you don't walk into a branch. You don't walk into a branch.
To activate, isn't it?
To activate. Okay. You don't walk into a branch to activate. Anyone? Yes, sir. No.
Sorry.
You're lying. I'm sorry, with all due respect.
One second.
Sorry? Standard Chartered. On mobile phone without walking into a branch. Guys. Okay. I don't know. Let me repeat myself slowly so that we all clear what I'm trying to say. Anyone who has opened an account online, whether on mobile or tablet or desktop, without going to a branch, without picking up a phone, talking to the bank. Anyone, please raise your hand. Anyone, please raise your hand. Which bank, sir? Standard Chartered, without walking to a branch. I would love you to take me through that process after this.
Okay, you can, because now you're forcing me to sell.
I'm forcing you.
Yeah, *488#. Can you do it now and fund it with about 500 bob? Yeah, the only thing is that there's a rule with central bank.
What's
there has to
the rule?
be some presence in terms of, remember even the tablets, when you do the tablets. Yeah, but you'll open it now, fund it.
And then?
Then we go to the next stage of getting the documents.
Which is what?
You have to say hi to
then, okay, fine. I want us to stop here, because what I'm saying, it happens. I've done it. Yes. Okay. I don't want to sell to a branch, but there's one bank that does it. So guys, I'm talking about API. I'm talking about the API ecosystem today. Okay? Did you know that you can verify through the national ID database?
Correct.
Because fintechs are doing it. Fintechs are doing it. Look, every time I talk to a bank, we are always talking about the central bank. We're always talking about central bank. I think, with all due respect, we can have a fireside conversation on this. That ship has sailed. My bank asks me every time I'm an account holder, every time I want to open another account, do you know what they do? And they have my history for the last 10 years. Do you know what they do? Do you wanna guess? KYC all over again. As my teenage son would say, WTF. Hashtag WTF. All right, thank you guys. This session, you have one more question. Yes, yes, sir.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Correct. Yes. Correct.
So I'll ask Ezekiel to buy you a black label, 2 shots tonight. You guys have a conversation. Ama? But
no problem.
On a serious note, guys, I think there's huge opportunity. There's huge opportunity. We are letting fintechs eat our lunch. And the worst bit is that we don't even know that that lunch is there. That lunch is being eaten. We don't even know that that lunch is there. And yet, we are probably the richest corporates in the region. But, you know, as you get older, you know, as a man, you start getting these Michelin tires. And you stop being hungry, you know. You keep on sucking that fat. One morning, you realize there's no lunch, there's no breakfast, there's no dinner. Thank you guys very much. I would now like Ezekiel, asante sana.
Thank you.
I'd like to invite back my sister Wanja to take us through the next session.
Wait, first I say hi to Ezekiel.
A few black labels in the evening, I'll let you know.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for such an interesting session, and I'm hoping that mine will be just as good. This session is Data Center Technologies, and it's being run by the teams from Liquid, Dell EMC, and Intel. So please come on stage. You can carry your own chair.